Today on eNews, how the University of Lethbridge Pronghorns gear up for another year of providing safe rides home, how the Lethbridge Figure Skating Club gives back to the less fortunate, and how school choirs perform holiday classics at City Hall.
Welcome to our Christmas edition of eNews. I'm Demi Knight.
And I'm Eric Mickelson. Here's today's top story. It was a star-studded affair as the Lethbridge Skating Club hosted its annual fundraising event in support of the Salvation Army. Admission to the event was a donation of a new unwrapped toy. Manisha Sachin-Davan has more.
Toys for Tots, Skating for Giving is an annual event provided by the Lethbridge Skating Club at Nicholas Sharon Arena. The club has been hosting this event since 1998. Admission for those in attendance was the donation of a new unwrapped toy to the Salvation Army to make Christmas special for underprivileged. The club also held a fundraising bake sale at the same time. People were served with delicious hot chocolate and mouth-watering baked goods for just $1. Money raised for the sale went to support club activities. Club administrator Trish York says that in January, team will be traveling for 2 different competitions. One will be in Calgary and other would be in Langley, BC. She says word of the skate and sale spread quickly.
We've invited everyone in our skating club and their families and friends, and as well we put an announcement on the City of Lethbridge website.
Many people turned out. In fact, the arena was almost full. Various teams also performed, from beginner to synchro, juvenile synchro, intermediate synchro. Skater Alison Carroll says she loves skating and being a part of the event.
I've been skating and Toys for Tots pretty much ever since I could in Star Skate, so it's been a long time now, probably close to 10 years even.
Lethbridge State Club organized this event every year in December for kids so that every child can have a Merry Christmas.
There were many adorable performances by little toddlers who enjoyed the limelight, even though they likely didn't realize the good they were doing in the process. I am Manisha Sachin-Davan for eNews.
To find out when the Lethbridge Skating Club will host Toys for Tots next year, visit their website at lethbridgeskating.com.
To raise money and awareness for the Autism Society, a family here in Lethbridge hosts an annual Christmas lights display. I had the opportunity to meet the family and learn about why this display is much more than just bright lights. Every Christmas, the Groves family creates a lights display here at their home, where they sync up the lights to 29 minutes of Christmas music. After their son, Caleb, who's afflicted with autism, became fascinated with the lights, the family decided to make a display in hopes of raising both awareness and donations for the Autism Society.
He's fascinated with the Christmas lights, and there's just something about flashing Christmas lights that really tweaks with children with autism. So we thought, wow, it would be just kind of a great cause.
This is the 6th year that the lights display has been held, with new music and lights being added each time. Nancy Groves thinks the lights have been a good source of escape for children suffering with autism.
There is one child I'd like to tell you about in particular. His name is Josh, and he is autistic, and he has an album at home of all the pictures he's drawn of our house, of the lights. He comes at least once a day, our entire season, sometimes twice. And you'll see him out there with his camera, and then he'll go home and draw the pictures too. So this has really positively affected, for sure, a handful of people that I know personally.
Thanks to this lights display, the Groves family have been able to raise and donate over $6,000 for the Autism Society. Over 30,000 cars drive by and tune in to 106.1 to watch the lights as they dance to the music. The lights display is open for the public to view every night from 6 until 10 p.m. throughout the month of December. Society are accepted both in the drop box at the house and at the Autism Society itself.
Big licks and wagging tails. They've been featured at Lethbridge College for the 3rd annual Doggy De-Stress. Sarah Striga went to see what was up in the world of pups. Sarah?
Thanks, Eric. According to WebMD, animals can help lower blood pressure as well as decrease stress in students. So naturally, I went down to the Andrews building to see how the Doggy De-Stress program is helping our student body. Students are in peak stress season at Lethbridge College with the arrival of final exams. The school-wide study session can cause anxiety in students and also increased pressure to perform. Lethbridge College is intent on helping students through this difficult time with the reintroduction of the 3rd annual Doggy De-Stress event.
A lot of people, when we talked about it, we went around the hallways and talked to people, and they just miss their dogs as well. So maybe they live far away from home and they haven't seen their dogs, so it's a nice reminder about that as well.
The University of Lethbridge and other post-secondary institutions across Canada implemented this project first, with positive student feedback. Students are encouraged to take a break from their studies and come down to spend some time with man's best friend. Mental health studies claim that downtime with dogs can have a healing impact. Dogs of all shapes and sizes, like Little Bean here, have been donated by the teachers to the Doggy De-Stress Center located in the Andrews building. The other dogs and their handlers are from St. John's Hospital and volunteered their time out of the goodness of their hearts.
Apparently it reduces blood pressure. And for me, it's just, I don't know, the touch, the feel, the silkiness of the skin. I think it's just, there's something about it.
The Doggy De-Stress event aims towards a relaxed environment with candy canes, old Christmas classics, and of course, friendly dogs. At the Doggy De-Stress Center, it seemed that everyone was benefiting from the canine company, including the dogs themselves. The St. John's Therapy dogs only do student stress work about once per year, with the rest of the year split among nursing homes and work with the elderly.
Wow, that's so interesting. So how did the dogs react to different students coming in all day?
You know what? The dogs were very happy and friendly the entire time, but I did notice something interesting. With the amount of stress that a student came in carrying, the dogs really reacted in a different way, most of them cozying right up and expecting consistent petting.
Wow, that's awesome. What other types of therapy animals are there?
There are 3 main types of therapy animals, the first one being dogs, followed by horses, and I know you will never have guessed this, but dolphins.
Wow, thanks Sarah.
The Pronghorn Athletics at the University of Lethbridge are providing residents with a safe method of getting their vehicles home this holiday season. The volunteer-based organization offers their service for free, but donations are welcomed. Logan Schenk has more.
Operation Red Nose was started by a Quebec math professor back in 1984. Elizabeth Gleedle is a community volunteer that believes Operation Red Nose is an awesome way to help out in the community.
I think it's really great to bring awareness to the varsity community and to be able to help out the whole of Lethbridge by providing safe rides. I think it's a very fantastic thing. That's why I like to volunteer. It's cool to see all these young athletes donating their time and giving back.
Olympic athlete Jim Stacy takes over as this year's Operation Red Nose program coordinator. He says that it's the number of volunteers that make this program possible.
We try to get close to between 700 and 800 volunteers a year, and we provide more than, I think it's between 1,500 and 2,000 rides a year. So that's, if we can keep that many people out of a check stop or, from making bad decisions, then, we've done our job. So, and we're actually one of the more successful programs across the country. So it's definitely a point of pride with everyone involved.
With Lethbridge's Operation Red Nose being one of the biggest in the province, it's no wonder it's the Pronghorn Athletics' biggest yearly fundraiser. When people go out for the night and find that they don't want to pay for a cab ride home or a cab ride back in the morning to get their car, Operation Red Nose brings them and their car home safely so they don't have to worry. Operation Red Nose is an entirely free service to use for the public, but donations are greatly appreciated. For eNews, I'm Logan Schenk.
Operation Red Nose has been in service in Lethbridge for the past 20 years. And coming up after the break, we'll show you how you can enjoy shopping downtown without keeping an eye on those inconvenient parking meters, and how a local business shows its solar renewability.
At first glance, this looks like an empty field. But before you dig, ask yourself, do you trust that there are no buried facilities hiding under the ground? Are you willing to bet your life on it? Calling Alberta One Call could save your life. They dispatch locators in your area to find the facilities before you do. You can go online or download the app to submit a request right from your phone. It costs nothing to submit a request. It could cost you everything not to. Click before you dig and know what's below.
Pause. 1.5 million Canadian families aren't able to afford their rent. Rewind. Habitat for Humanity Lethbridge gives them the chance to reverse this trend. Visit habitatlethbridge.ca to volunteer to turn their circumstances around, because everyone deserves a place to call home.
Lethbridge Pride Fest is a community-based organization providing events and festivals for the inclusion and acceptance of its community. Lethbridge Pride Fest recognizes and celebrates the history, courage, and future of Southern Alberta's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, two-spirited, questioning, and intersex community. For more information about how you can contribute, please find them on Facebook or visit lethbridgepridefest.ca.
No cat wants to be abandoned or to be left in the streets to starve or freeze. Every living thing deserves a home with love, care, and safety. The Last Chance Cat Ranch is a volunteer-run, not-for-profit, no-kill cat rescue. We're dedicated to finding forever homes for every cat in Southern Alberta. Contact us today to learn more about adoption, fostering, and volunteer options. We believe that every cat should be loved and cared for. The Last Chance Cat Ranch. Help make a difference for our furry friends.
Crime Stoppers and Lethbridge Regional Police need your help in solving a break-and-enter and theft. At 4:40 a.m. on June 15, 2014, perpetrators entered Crop Production Services, located at 147 Factory Drive in Picture Butte. Suspects cut locks and entered 2 buildings and broke into 3 vehicles. They made off with a Honda water pump and a variety of tools. Witnesses saw the suspects driving a light-colored newer model Toyota RAV4 with tinted windows and a wheel cover on the rear hatch. If you have any information on this or any crime, please contact Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $2,000 for information leading to an arrest. Remember, you will not have to attend court or testify, and you will remain anonymous. We want your information, not your name.
Christmas shopping downtown just got a lot less stressful thanks to hardworking students. This holiday season, shoppers can worry less about their parking meters and more about what's on their Christmas list. Kyle Kazema has the details.
Parking meters will be well fed this Christmas. The festive season parking meter program is put on by the heart of our city as well as the Downtown Business Revitalization Zone. This program involves ambassadors who are instructed to refill nearly empty parking meters downtown. The DBRZ says that this will encourage people to do their shopping with some of the local businesses downtown. Mayor Chris Spearman, who was on hand for opening day, says that downtown is expected to get a boost with the program.
What we want to do is invite people to come downtown. We want them to take in the activities and, of course, support downtown businesses as well.
The ambassadors work in 2-person teams. One marks time while the other feeds meters and writes Christmas greetings to be placed underneath the lucky shopper's windshield wiper. This greeting thanks the person on behalf of downtown Lethbridge. Ted Stilson, the executive director for the DBRZ, says that this program is one that benefits both the local businesses as well as those shopping in Lethbridge.
And so it's a win-win situation. I think people that shop in the downtown and patronize downtown businesses get an experience versus just a transaction. Where online and cross-border shopping, they don't necessarily get that.
University and college students will be plugging meters from 9 until 4 every weekday until Christmas Eve. For eNews, I'm Kyle Kazema.
The program has been going on since 2007 and costs around $13,000 to operate.
A local business is showing its commitment to environmental responsibility. It's demonstrated its dedication by installing the largest commercial solar array in the city. Cole Smith has more on the story.
Southern Alberta is becoming a leader for producing renewable energy, such as solar thermal energy that powers many things, including heat sources. The electricity that powers this Lethbridge College residents' water heater is produced by solar panels placed on top of rooftops. This type of technology has been making its way through the city as businesses shift from burning of fossil fuels to adopt the clean energy model. One of these businesses, Noji Chiropractic and Wellness Center, unveiled its new 6-ton geothermal system this week. The installation provides more than 15,000 kilowatt hours, which is enough energy to provide 2 residential homes with electricity.
That's fine. It's part of our chiropractic philosophy of healthy living and healthy environment. And geothermal and solar take a smaller footprint on the environment.
This is one of many Lethbridge establishments taking advantage of the fact that Southern Alberta boasts the highest amount of direct sunlight in all of Canada. Like Noji Chiropractic, Kodiak House, located here at Lethbridge College, the modern new residence on campus, has put up panels of their own to use geothermal light to produce energy for the hot water tanks for the building.
Southern Alberta has some of the best solar resources in all of Canada. So with solar and wind, we could be the leaders for some of this renewable energy.
Lethbridge College continues to lead in renewable energy practices and programs for students, providing courses like wind turbine technology, renewable resource management, even environmental assessment and restoration. Lethbridge College even has a windmill in their own backyard.
With Southern Alberta getting natural winds and Chinooks, and as well as the most direct sunlight in all of Canada, it's easy to see why Southern Alberta is getting in on renewable energy. For eNews, I'm Cole Smith.
Southern Alberta's first wind farm began in 1993. Since then, more than 100 wind turbines have been added.
The Alberta New Democratic Party is scrambling to get its representatives for the upcoming 2016 election. Among the candidates for nomination in the Lethbridge East riding is a familiar face at Lethbridge College. Dylan Reel has more.
Dick the Auctioneer was not the only fast talker at this NDP event. The crowd you see are the NDP of Lethbridge. So many have come to the event to hear from the candidates who want to represent their party within the upcoming 2015 election in the Lethbridge East riding. The candidates are focusing on environmental issues, economics, and enhancing the strength of the downtown business culture in their riding. The race moved from 5 candidates down to a tighter race between 3 after the others dropped out. Lethbridge College instructor Chris Hodgson is one of the candidates for the East riding.
Was very exciting, and that time we were trying to encourage renewable energy policy. I'm running for many things. One of them is environment. Renewable energy is a big thing that I'm very proud of, and I'd like to see more policy developed around renewable energy. I think there's always going to be an oil and gas industry, but I think there can be more of a mix.
The other candidates vying for the riding are Tom Moffat, who focuses on safe industry practices,
and an environmentally friendly way to make money. They don't know how to run a resource industry.
and Maria Fitzpatrick, who wants Ottawa to hear Lethbridge better.
I wear my NDP colors proudly throughout the city.
The NDP have another month to decide which of their 3 candidates will represent them on the east side. I'm Dylan Reel, eNews Lethbridge.
Voting for the candidate of the NDP Lethbridge East riding will be next month. The vote will be in the afternoon of January 15th at the Italian Culture Center on St. Edward Boulevard. Members of the public are welcome to attend. Up next, how members of the Hurricanes brought the happiness to those who may not be able to spend the holidays with family, and how local school children are spreading holiday cheer at City Hall.
Opagasan Early Intervention Society has been dedicated to enriching the hearts of families since 1996. Opagasan is a non-profit organization committed deeply to the future of the Blackfoot culture. Opagasan means all the children in Blackfoot. To support the continuation of this commitment to the children, please call 403-380-2569 or www.opagasan.org.
Every year at the Lethbridge District Humane Society, we see many cats and dogs come through our doors, animals that are abandoned and unwanted. Many are just scared and frightened and looking for a new place to call a forever home. If
you adopt one of our animals, you won't be making a difference in their life, but you'll be making a difference in your own. Visit the Lethbridge District Humane Society today. Make a difference, save a life, and adopt a pet. Give them a call at 403-320-8991.
At Interfaith Food Bank, we provide more than just food.
We provide free cooking classes to teach people the value of eating healthy on a low budget.
Interfaith Food Bank strives to help kids live up to their potential by offering them the chance to make delicious snacks and explore the kitchen. With the help of our wonderful volunteers, the Interfaith Food Bank can assist you in many different ways. Stop in and experience it for yourself at 1103 3rd Avenue North.
Go to the store. Did you lock the doors when you left?
Did I let the dog
Did
out?
you turn off the stove?
These are the sounds that people with schizophrenia deal with on a daily basis. At the Schizophrenia Society, they are here to help people with this disorder work towards improving their quality of life with programs like music, drama, partnership programs, and family support groups. With your donation today, you have the chance to make these programs free for people who are living with schizophrenia and related disorders. Donate today at schizophrenia.ab.ca or go to 234C 12th Street B North.
According to CanadianWomen.org, more than half of all Canadian women have experienced one instance of sexual or physical abuse since the age of 16.
That means one of us has been abused.
Every 6 days, a Canadian woman is killed by her domestic partner.
That's one Canadian woman's life per week.
If you think domestic violence isn't your issue, then think again.
Because it's happening right here in your own backyard.
Head to womenspace.ca to get involved in your community. Women's Space. Women.
For women.
The annual teddy bear toss hosted by the Lethbridge Hurricanes brought joy to people's faces on December 9th. Players from the Hurricanes paid a visit to the Lethbridge Regional Hospital to deliver the toys. Kiana Nelson reports.
You want a bear?
Members of the Lethbridge Hurricanes came to the Chinook Regional Hospital to spread a little cheer. They were here to give away some of the teddy bears collected at a weekend game. Patients like Dawson Folk, who suffers from asthmatic problems, were fortunate enough to receive a teddy bear. Like the Hurricanes, Folk is a hockey player and was happy to get the visit.
Oh, it's a nice change up from the daily routine of just sitting here and just trying to get better. Nice to actually talk to somebody new.
The Teddy Bear Toss is a popular Christmas promotion celebrated by many hockey teams across North America. Fans throw a stuffed animal onto the ice when the home team scores its first goal.
Scores! Let them fly!
The Hurricanes have been involved with this since 1995 and have continued to be a fan favorite. Forward Taylor Cooper scored the first Teddy Bear goal against Red Deer. And center Tyler Wong, who assisted the first goal, says even with the loss, the Teddy Bears are a great way of giving back to the community for showing their support.
It's great that we're able to use the privilege that we have playing in the WHL to benefit others and bless others as well to, I guess, not just play hockey, but make a difference in the community.
Hospital staff says the Hurricanes' annual visit boosts everyone's spirit throughout the hospital.
It's definitely changing, that life and probably help pursuing goals. And over the years, the Hurricanes have definitely helped out lots and lots of kids.
A new addition to the Teddy Bear Toss was also toques. Over 400 toques were tossed onto the ice, as well as 2,400 bears were also thrown onto the ice. For eNews, I'm Kiana Nelson.
The items were distributed to the Interfaith Food Bank, the Salvation Army, Streets Alive, Tabor Food Bank, and many more.
Lethbridge City Hall was filled with many cultures for International Human Rights Day. Music, food, and even a living logo were there for all those who wanted to embrace the diversity here in Lethbridge. Tila Spearchief reports.
Last night, the Canadian Coalition of Municipalities Against Racism and Discrimination put on an innovative night for guests. The living logo started the night where people could take pictures and get their pictures taken with it. Their logo stands for the diversity of all people in our world. Roy Porgazowski is a member of the CMARD and hopes to raise awareness of human rights.
It's not only globally or nationally, but also locally here in Lethbridge, because we do have a lot of diversity and we have to celebrate that.
booths were set up to help educate people on various things in Lethbridge and to help celebrate the evening. A representative of Southern Alberta Outreach was also there to raise awareness for the LGBTQ community.
Talk about myths and facts that are here in our community, that people from within our community face in Lethbridge and in Southern Alberta.
December 10th was declared Human Rights Day in 1950. It's to bring attention to all people in all nations around the world. This year's slogan is Human Rights 365. Human Rights 365 encompasses the idea that every day is Human Rights Day. With this event, CMARD has hopes that this event will continue to grow year after year. For eNews, I'm Tila Spearchief.
The celebration saw a turnout of more than 200 people.
Lethbridge City Hall employees had their spirits lifted this past week with the help of some holiday music. The building is decked out with an abundance of holiday decorations and now has the sounds to match it. I went to City Hall to see what all the buzz was about. Every year, organizers bring in some special guests during the noon hour to raise the Christmas spirit of city employees. School choirs from all over the city come to perform some holiday classics in front of their family and friends. Even city officials stop by during their lunch hour to enjoy the sounds of the season. Mayor Chris Spearman was on hand to introduce the choirs and wish them a safe and happy holidays.
So thank you very much for coming to City Hall and sharing those special talents and making Christmas a special time for so many people here.
Sounds of the Season organizer Arlene Plato says that she invites all schools, daycares, and even choir groups to perform. She also says the invitation is open to any performers from the community. Plato says the atmosphere gets lighter when the choirs perform.
Well, it certainly livens the place up. I mean, we love listening to the music and brings us into the holiday spirit for sure.
Many students from the participating schools look forward to performing at City Hall all year. For the first 3 weeks in December, schools are invited to perform here at City Hall, today with St. Patrick's School Choir. St. Patrick's Choir Director Corinne Packham says that this performance is great for family and friends to enjoy on their lunch breaks, as well as city staff.
And we spend a lot of time practicing, so it gives them something to look forward to showcase all the work they've done.
Packham says that learning about music and choir helps students not only in school-related topics, but also in their social development.
Those who can do music often excel in math and reading, so we just try to instill in them just that whole love of learning, love of life, love of music, love of the arts, and I find it really helps them grow in confidence.
Performances go on until the 19th of December. For more information or to find out what choir is performing, visit the City of Lethbridge's website at lethbridge.ca.
Wow, that was adorable.
It was pretty cute.
Yeah. Have any of you guys ever been in a choir?
I was in choir in high school, but I mean, the coolest thing that we did was a Christmas choir or something like that. What about you?
Well, I actually was really lucky. I was part of a choir that actually traveled to Germany and Prague, so that was really interesting. What about you, Demi?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was in a choir in like middle school, but like nothing like that at all. Those were really cool.
Super lucky kids.
So that's all the time we have for today.
From all of us here at eNews, we wish you a Merry Christmas,
a Happy Holidays,
and a Happy New Year.